Don't be intimidated by the 20 minutes because I have separated the two groups, the beginners and the people that have done it for a while, and they get different instructions. So it's great. Please join me on Saturday.
Thank you, Kathy. And that's donation based. It's open. You can come anytime. It's not like you have to be there every week. If a Saturday works for you, come for that. And then the Art of Spiritual Healing starts the 26th. So that's tomorrow at 5:30. It's an online class, and it's being taught by Reverend Pixie DeFore. So that's a great opportunity to sign up. You can sign up at our website, theamanicenter.org, or you can see Steve afterwards or one of us if you want to write a check or sign up here in person. All right, we also have our drum circle coming up. That's the second Friday of every month. Shelf Help will be March 14th. And then we have our full moon at the end of the month on the 25th. And then we have a new group that is forming, and that will be a Course in Miracles group. And so they're going to start with just an informational meeting so you all can get together if you're interested, voice your opinion about what would work for you, talk about how you all might arrange it. It's meant to be very informal. Gina is kind of putting it together. So if you have questions, you can see Gina, but they'll be meeting this Thursday, the 29th at 6:30 right here, and bring your ideas and come and find out about that. And then one more, we've got potluck today, so please stay whether you brought something or not. There's always plenty of food. Stay for that, and it's going to be such a gorgeous day. We can sit out on the patio. And then one more thing also, we need a few strong folks who could lift something heavy overhead to just see us after service in the Healing Arts Center, because we've got the spa almost completely put together. We just have to lift the top on. So if you're able to help with that, Roy's going to supervise, and it is a little tight in there, so yeah. All right, that's it for the announcements. If you haven't already turned off your phone, please go ahead and do it now or silence it. And let's start by blessing the service. So we've got kind of all our busyness out. Now it's our time to get quiet and go within. So just move whatever's in your lap aside. If it feels comfortable, you can allow your eyes to close, or you can just blur your vision if that feels better. Sitting up nice and straight, receive that deep breath in, filling your lungs and belly. And then we release it together in this space. And so we have just shifted the energy of the room and the energy within each and every one of us. And so as we become still and open, we know that we are connected to that one great energy, that universal good spirit, God, nature, science, whatever word you use. We are one with it, and we feel that now. We turn towards it and we say yes. And I know that this whole service is divinely guided, divinely uplifted and held, and everybody here, whether you're listening online, watching online, or here in the space, is also uplifted, held, and connected in this divine energy. And that our speaker and our music and our volunteers and everyone who's been cooking food and bringing food, and everyone who is part of this community, whether you're volunteering or showing up or giving of your tithes and treasure, we are all lifted, connected, and blessed by each other, by Amani, and just by being. We don't have to do anything. Just by very virtue of us being here, we are blessed and worthy, and today we have an uplifting and wonderful experience. And so I am so grateful to know the truth of this. I'm grateful for each and every one of you who shows up here or online, and however you do show up. And I'm grateful for the Amani Center for bringing us this space to be and to connect. And so with great gratitude, I release this word into the law, knowing that as I speak it, it is done. And together we say, and so it is. All right, so now it's time for our affirmation. And Ministerial Intern Kathy Wilson's coming up to lead us through that.
All right, time for the affirmation. We're going to do it 3 times. The first time with enthusiasm. The second time, bring it down into your heart. Feel the words. Experience the words. And the third time, Please be silent as I speak them aloud. Today's affirmation comes from the wonderful Reverend Sherry Wynn. Let us begin. I am open to the expansion of my own awareness and capable of learning from my higher self. I am open to the expansion of my own awareness and capable of life. I am open to the expansion of my own awareness and capable of learning from my higher self. And so it is.
I'm listening. I am listening. Spirit, speak to me. I'm listening. I am listening. Spirit, speak to me. My ears are wide open. My eyes are now open to see what I may be. I'm listening. I am listening. Spirit, speak to me. I'm listening. I am listening. In this moment of Spirit, speak through me. I can hear the voices of all my kind. I'm listening, singing. I am listening, tweeting and howling into the wind. My ears are wide open, and oh, the joy. My eyes are wide open, the love to see what here for you and me. Oh, I'm listening in this moment of silence. I am listening. I hear Spirit speak through me. Did you sleep well?
So, in this sacred space that music creates for all of us, it is time for meditation. I invite you to go within to that power and presence that guides and directs all of us. It is source. It is life. It is I am. And as a divine creature of this divine intelligence, I encourage you to take a moment and breathe deep as you dive deep into that sacred, special place, taking with you a thought, maybe a feeling, whatever needs to be clarified. Take that in and be open to receive the guidance and the direction. Enjoy your meditation. In the silence, I am now going to do a spiritual mind treatment for healing. So bring into your heart and mind someone who may need some love, some encouragement, some healing in a condition, be it physical, emotional, or spiritual. It may be yourself. Bring that person, that place, that situation into this experience of spiritual healing, because we know that there is only one. This one mind is called by many things and has many paths leading to it. And yet this one has created everything, everywhere, and in, as, and through all of nature, all of humanity, all of animals. It is the power and presence that guides and directs. And we are so blessed to be a part of that creation. And so it is with great, great gratitude. I absolutely know that each and every one of us are the spirits, are the light in a world that is kind of crazy sometimes. I thank God, I thank Spirit, call it what you will. My heart is filled with gratitude as I release this word into the universal law, knowing it is already done. And together we say, and so it is. Another song.
This song is from a biblical scripture in which the prophet states, declares that he and his house would be serving the Lord. Folks were given an option between, I believe it was serving a golden bull, a thing with no actual substance, or serving the God of their faith. And so I translated this song into general terms that could hopefully be accepted by agnostics, atheists, believers of any spiritual path. And that which I choose to follow and choose to teach within my home, those things are love, peace, joy, truth as I see it. As for me and my house, you will find us serving love. As for me and my house, you will find us serving love. As for me and my house, you will find us serving love. Love for all right now. As for me and my house, you will find us serving love. As for me and my house, you will find us serving love. As for me and my house, you will find us serving love. Love for all right now. As for me and my house, you find us serving love. As for me and my house, you find us serving love. As for me and my house, you find us serving love. Love for all right now. As for me and my house, you will find us serving love. As for me and my house, you will find us serving love. As for me and my house, you will find us serving love. Love for all right now. As for me and my house, you will find us serving love. As for me and my house, you will find us serving love. As for me and my house, you will find us serving love.
love for all right now. As for me and my house, you'll find us serving love. As for me and my house, you will find us serving love. As for me and my house, you will find us serving love, love for all right now. As for me and my house, you will find us serving love. As for me and my house, you will find us serving love. As for me and my house, you will find us serving love, love for all right now.
Good morning. So isn't it wonderful technology when our musicians need a day off or they're going on a vacation, we're not left out without having music. And I think in this community I'm very grateful for the amazing people that run our viral, do our streaming, do our music. We've been able to do a lot of things, even through COVID, to still have a way to connect. And I want to say welcome to those that are in the viral community. And I'd like you all to get up and say hello to your neighbors. Okay, I'm going to give you just a couple more and then come on back to your seat. Okay, now, just having a good time out there. It's the only way that I can get you guys back. Having such a good time. So, this has been a week for me. I have my very good friend Tricia. Put your hand up. Give her some love. She's been with me for a while. This is my lovely granddaughter, Early. And my sister, Colleen. They surprised me this morning. So happy to have them here. And those of you that knew Early, okay, I'm going to put you on the spot. When she first came, she was about this tall. So she's a lovely woman now. So this morning's topic is going to be no boundaries or limits. And when I wrote my affirmation, my true self has no boundaries and I'm open to its guidance for my highest good, I didn't expect what I was going to get. I had to open my box. You know, I'm a loner. I spend a lot of time by myself. I have my own way of being. I do my own thing. Anybody do that in their own? Yeah, we have our little pathways and we do it all the way. And then I have my lovely friend who is equally that way in my same space for quite a while. And has anybody ever, with people they love, gotten their self tweaked out a little bit? A little kinked, a little into their story, a little hard to make that connection. So this was a week of growing myself into a bigger self and to have more space and more love. And I got to listen to all that chatter in my head. And that was myself putting limits on something that's boundaryless. You know, we put our limits on the opportunity to grow. There's something inside us that has no limits, no boundaries. It's out of time and space. It doesn't die. This is what Christ came to talk about. It's like there's something more. The kingdom of heaven is at hand now. It's not something far off that we die to go to. It's something that we can have every day of our life if we do what we're able to do to find that connection. So in a little while, I know we've done a lot of meditation quiet today, but I found a wonderful meditation, and I copied it word for word so we could do this together in a bit, because I think we need more tools. Does anybody feel like we need more tools with all this stuff that's going on? It's like, what the heck do we do? You know, I hear a lot of people like, my God, it's just like, it's crazy. And it hits us. All this stuff that before we thought was, everything was cool. We live in this great place. It's all good. Well, it's you know, they're kind of, I've said this before, everybody's kind of running around with their hair on fire. You know, so there's again, we know this, there's this real polarization, you know, except, you know, buy me, buy me, buy me, choose me, choose me, choose me. And there's a lot of fear mongering going on out there. There's a lot of, I was telling my friend the other day, Facebook popped up and somebody said something about, oh, February 24th was going to be the day for la, 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 la. And we tried to remember, I think it was the year 2000 when, you know, the whole place was supposed to go up and, you know, and I've been hearing this story since I got here on the planet. You know, we're going to destroy ourselves with nuclear arms. We're going to, you know, it's like we're running out of money. We're never going to have money. Now we're not going to have any cash. I mean, it's la, 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 la. There's just all this stuff out there that's pulling for our attention. And so I encourage people to do as little as possible around that. But if you're called to listen to it, then you need to have a bigger space in your heart to contain it. And it's not about choosing sides. It's about looking at it and going, is this really what I want to see? Is this really what I want to experience? And if the answer is no, then you go into your place, into your larger self, and you bring that larger self into this space. And you hold that. If you're feeling bad or sad or awful, you let those experiences transport through you till you can get back to that place that feels at one. Peaceful. And that's our work. And it's not about, you know, somebody will come in and they'll do something and it you know, as my friend says, we push each other's buttons. You know, it's like ding, 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 ding. You know, it's like, how are we going to stay in love? How are we going to, she's been offering this to me. Every morning we sit and say prayers together. I haven't had anybody in my space to say prayers with me. It's so sweet. You know, and I'm a prayer girl. I do a lot of prayers. And I'm not praying to something that doesn't know what I need. I'm praying for me to get back in alignment with what it is. Because I'm not begging God. I'm not asking God. I'm doing the work for my own state of mind. Or for if somebody calls me and they say, you know, I have a diagnosis of cancer. They gave me 2 weeks to live. Well, you know, ouch. You know, that can land on me and go, uh-oh. And then I have to do the work. I have to remember there's something larger than me, that if I give it the opportunity, it can move through me, and I can speak the truth as I see it and give it to that person so they have a little bit different experience. So all of us have tools. What kind of tools do you guys use? What works for you to get you back in tune? Journaling, meditation, walking, gardening, yoga, singing, nature, dancing, breathing, watering. That reminds me, my other sister, her partner, I guess their fiance, excuse me, he loves to water, and he waters a lot, and she said that's how he gets into his zone. That's how he gets into his zone. He goes out and he waters. So, you know, there's many ways to get there, and it's yours to decide how to do that. You have to find a way. And then you have to be determined that when you're in a funky state, or when you're in an anxious state, or when you're afraid, or when you're angry, or when you're confused, any of those things are opportunities to go into that limitless place and find your way back home. Now, you know me. When I say home, home means that place inside of me that's peaceful. And I'm going to ask you another thing. What do you think are the main quality that you came to this planet to give? Love, acceptance, service, generosity, joy, love, kindness. Okay, you know, we may think that those things are small, and you may not have, you may be uncomfortable speaking it out loud. I mean, what if somebody said to you, yeah, power is my deal. I have power. That's my deal. Love. Okay, well, I'm going to talk about power this morning, because what I bring is peace and power. And in peace is power. There is a gravity of peace that settles us way down into that empty place. And when you're in that empty place, power can come to you and through you. And sometimes that power can be kindness. It can be actively listening in a conversation that you want to say something. That power can teach you how to sit still when something is going on outside of you that is disruptive to you. It can bring you a way to sit powerfully and comfortably with the unease that is happening in your vehicle. Because this is a vehicle that has the ability to transform energy. About 30 years ago, I saw in a daytime vision that there was going to be a period of time on the planet when things were going to be a mess. And we as human beings were going to be transforming toxic and negative energy through our vehicles and bringing out something better. Now, isn't that amazing? We can do that by sitting quietly, by listening kindly, by voicing ourselves, by doing our own inner work. And that's not easy. I want somebody else to be responsible for my happiness. Has anybody ever known that one? You know, when they're being this way, when they're acting this way and being this way, then I'm happy. When they're acting this way, then I'm sad. So therefore, it's their fault. That's what we've learned. That's how we've been raised. That's what we've been talked about. You know, I can remember classes about in sales, how you make what you want them to do it. You know, by modifying your behavior, you can change their behavior so you can get what you want. And it's just opposite. It's opposite. And so we've been trained to do that, to look outside the world and go, oh my God, how are we going to get through this? Are we going to have enough money? Is my health going to be okay? Is the world going to go, are we going to not have cash anymore? I mean, it's just endless. It's like that can trigger us into a state where we forget who we are. Who we are this is a skin suit I've talked to you about, and there's a light that is us, that is love, kindness, compassion, peace, power. All of those are in this container, and that's the endless part of us. That's the part that doesn't die, and so our job is to find a way back into that. If you're not doing that, then you're subject to whatever comes into your experience. However you react, you become a victim of circumstances. Does anybody know that one? I know that one. I had a PhD in doormat. I was really, really good at it. And I kept attracting it. I kept attracting people and situations until I healed the part of me that felt broken, unworthy, unlovable, not enough, all of that stuff. And still, I had to go in and look at myself and go, okay, has anybody had this situation where they've left a job and they've gone to another one, or they've left a relationship and they've gone to another one, or they've had a boss and had another one, and they're all the same? And then, you know, for years, I mean, in my 40s, I'm like, oh, shoot. The thing that's common in this is me. I mean, it's like And really, I was believing that if I went someplace different, and if I acted a little different or I did something a little, there would be new stuff. But I had to create the new stuff in me so that I was a magnet for it. And that's not an easy job. But here's the cool thing about it. This is a time and an age where we can go on our little computers and we can ask for all kinds of help. Free help is out there. Free courses, free, meditations, free. You can just go in. And then there's courses that, and I love this right now, they do this wonderful sliding scale thing. So it's like I remember going and I'd choose something. I wasn't wealthy. I always had what I needed, but I didn't have a lot of extra. So, and I'd go in and I'm going to do this, and it's like, oh, well, maybe not this time. Well, now, they've done this sliding scale, so it's like there's this idea of inclusiveness now. It's not, I remember spiritual communities, it's like I got so far in the spiritual community, then it was going to cost $10,000 to go on, and I'm like, I don't think so. Not for me. I'm going to find it my own way. So there's a lot of opportunities for us now to shift our awareness, to take responsibility, responsibility sounds like a heavy word. Delight in taking care of yourself in a different way. Nurture that. Be kind to yourself. Be compassionate. Find people who like you, who love you, who like to be in your presence. I remember when I first started doing that, because I had a lot of people that weren't were a reflection of my darker side, let's say. And so when I started to change, I had what I called empty nest. My kids were still there, but a lot of my friends and people started to disappear until I started to do the work inside of me, and then I started to attract and be attracted to people that were in a higher vibratory frequency, that were more fun, that were more generous, that weren't afraid. And so you all know this, and when I talk to you, I feel like I'm just preaching to the choir. We've said this 100 times, but maybe this next 100 time, some little piece, you'll take it home and go, I'm going to try that. So if you're waiting to meditate or waiting to pray or waiting to garden or waiting to sing or waiting, all the things that you said that get you in touch with that, don't wait. There's no time. My friend's husband, who I love dearly, Johnny, don't you love this name, Johnny Lightfoot? Johnny and Tricia Lightfoot. He was talking to Tricia and said, we had a little stuff and before we came, which is like the workshop to get ready. I had to kind of clean my plate, open my heart. And Johnny said, you don't know when's the last time you're going to see that person. So remember that in your day when you meet up with other people, and even those people that are difficult to be with, it's like they might leave the room and you may never see them again. We don't know. Life is precious and it's fragile. And so we need to honor the people that are in our lives, even those people that are God in disguise. Even that. We need to, because if they're in your life, they're there for your highest spiritual evolution, no matter what the disguise is. There's something in it for you that's asking you to go to that place where there's no limits and no boundaries, and to stretch beyond your comfort zone and make more space for love and peace and light. And what better thing could that be? Why wouldn't we want to do the work in order to have more of that available to us? We can look outside of ourselves forever and forever and forever, and we might get a little bit here, but then it's gone. It's like, I remember when I got a new car and I was all excited and I had a new car and I thought, well, I'm the same person with a new car. I had that happen a lot. Went all the way to Thailand. People said, aren't you excited to go to Thailand? And I was, and I got off the plane and I went, oh, same person in Thailand. So if you want new things in your life, if you want things that are better for yourself, Be about the business of healing that which gets in the way. Because that's all it is. It's just in the way. It's something that's blocking that from you. And it's yours to move it out of the way and invite something different. Okay, now we're going to do a meditation again. And Julie, if you'll do me the honors of we all bear with each other. It's all good. No hurry, no worry, no rush. Just get ready in your seat. Works best if you can kind of have your spine a little upright. You know this. It helps the energy course up and down your spine. So close your eyes or soften your gaze. Take a few deep breaths and settle into stillness. Now, place your hands on your heart. And for a few moments, feel into the gentle beat of your heart. Allow yourself to feel present and receptive to the motions and sensations within. Bring to mind someone in your life with whom you've experienced conflict or difficulty. It could be a person who hurt you intentionally or unintentionally. Reflect on their humanity and the shared struggles we all face. Repeat the following phrases silently, directing them towards this person. May you be free from suffering and pain. May you find forgiveness and understanding within yourself. May you experience healing and inner peace. Recognize that offering forgiveness and empathy does not condone harmful actions, but liberates you from the emotional burden. Now, turn the attention inward and reflect on any self-judgment or self-blame you may be carrying. Acknowledge that you are human, and like anyone else, you make mistakes. Repeat the following phrases, directing them towards yourself. May I be free from suffering and pain. May I find forgiveness and understanding with myself. May I experience healing and inner peace. Embrace yourself with compassion, recognizing that self-forgiveness is an essential step for personal growth and healing. Now broaden your perspective to encompass all beings, acknowledging we all experience pain, struggle, and the need for compassion and empathy. Repeat the following phrases. May all beings be free from suffering and pain. May all beings find forgiveness and understanding within themselves. May all beings experience healing and inner peace. Recognize that by extending forgiveness and empathy universally, you contribute to a world of compassion and healing. Allow a few moments of stillness to feel the impact of forgiveness and empathy in your heart and mind. Gently bring your awareness back to your breath and feel the sense of release and peace within. When you are ready, open your eyes. As you conclude this meditation, carry the seeds of forgiveness and empathy with you. Embrace the healing powers of these qualities for yourself and all beings as you continue to cultivate a heart of compassion and understanding. thank you for joining me in that. With no boundaries and no limits, and many opportunities for our own inner growth, we are in a powerful stance now to contribute new ways of being in our world, which is so sorely needed. And it can be a very joyful and blessing. Remember, you are a blessing walking on sacred ground. Love you.
Thank you, Reverend Sherry. All right, so now it's our joyful time of giving. So this is our opportunity to support the Amani Center with your gifts and tithes. Before we pass the baskets, I'm just going to show you some of the digital ways that you can support the center. If it's your first time here, your presence is your gift. But for those of us who are regularly spiritually fed here, here's some of the ways that we can continue to support the center so that we can keep doing what we do and living into our mission. So any of the emails or newsletters or e-blasts that you get will have a donate button. If you're not receiving those, see me afterwards and we'll get you on that mailing list. You can scan that QR code and that will walk you through a process to either donate once or set up a recurring. You can set up recurring also on your own bank. Most online banking will let you set that up so it's just coming out and you don't have to think about it, and that helps the board to budget as well. So however you decide to support the center, we're just so grateful for you. We are volunteer run, and we don't have a mother church, so to speak. We don't have anyone else who kind of steps in when we run low. So we do this together as a community, and we're grateful for you. All right, so I am going to hand the microphone over to our practitioner of the day, and she will do a treatment to bless the tithes that we're about to give.
So we go into our heart space and know that this is our home. This is our spiritual community that feeds us in so many ways. And I encourage you all to give what you can with joy and happiness, knowing that as you give, you receive. And together we say, and so it is.
Okay, so we're going to pass those baskets, and we'll have another song from Leah while they're going around.
We shall be known by the company we keep as the ones who circle around to tend these fires. We shall be known as the ones who sow and reap the seeds of change alive from deep within the earth. It is time now. It is time now that we thrive. It is time we lead ourselves back to the well. It is time now, and what a time to be alive. In this great turning we shall learn to lead in love. In this great turning we shall learn to lead in love. We shall be known by the company we keep as the ones who circle round to tend these fires. We shall be known as the ones who sow and reap the seeds of change alive from deep within the earth. It is time now. It is time now that all thrive. It is time we lead ourselves back to the well. It is time now, and what a time to be alive. In this great turning we shall learn to lead in love. In this great turning we shall learn to lead in love. In this great turning we shall learn to lead as love.
It is with a full heart and full of gratitude and blessings to each and every one of us. I accept these tithes and offerings on behalf of Amani, our home, our spiritual fellowship. So thank you, knowing it was given in love, and you will receive love as a result. And together we say, and so it is.
All right, looks like the kids are back, so come on up, guys. Light of mine, I'm gonna let it shine. This little light of mine, I'm gonna let it shine. This little light of mine, I'm gonna let it shine, let it shine, let it shine, let it shine.
Definitely. Well, that song goes right along with our affirmations today, right? Charlotte, you want to say it?
I shine wherever I am.
So we had fun today. We had a great story here called You're Here for a Reason. Excellent. Goes right along with our theme for being the hands and feet of God. And Charlotte told me she was even having was it a dream or a meditation about being the hands and feet of God? Yeah. Was it?
No.
Okay. That's okay. All right. So thank you, Addie, for being a great helper as always. And see you next time.
Great, thank you, guys. Thank you, Monica and Addie. All right, so we are going to stand in a moment and sing together, but just a reminder that if you're able, afterwards we're going to stack chairs. So we stack these on this side, these on this side, if you're able to help with that for the ballet. If you're able to help with the spa project with Roy and anyone else, some folks who are strong who can help lift that top up, that would be really appreciated. And then everyone else, we're going to have food and time out on the patio and just in community with each other. So stay for that. Okay, so let's all stand. If you want to hold hands, you can hold hands, whatever feels comfortable to you. And we will sing our closing song. The presence is here. The presence is here. Love and spirit prevail on each face. The presence is here. Amen. The presence is here. And I will meet you in grace. I will meet you in grace.
Thank you so much for being here. Let your light shine. Have some fun. Enjoy it. Love you all.